need to quickly talk about meet and greet. We've sold some tickets so far. There's still some available. We're going to open it up to the public.
Everybody.
We're going to open up to everybody, but sort of in a controlled fashion. Mock, you may want to say that.
Yeah, so there's a handful of tickets left for those of you who are not in Locals Insiders or our Facebook Insiders groups. And if you still want to buy tickets, just for security's sake, we're not going to post the link to buy. Plus, when we do that on Facebook, all these bots and scam artists try to say, I have tickets, I can sell them to you cheaper. And it's just a big thing that we don't want to get into. Yeah. So if you would like to purchase a ticket, you just need to email, and then you need to email with a real name and a real email address. And you just need to send that email to the email address on our website, which is chicksontherightrule@gmail.com. This is in Fort Worth on April 25th. Right. The exact location then would be at the ticket link that you would get in the email. So we're not going to publicize that. We just would like to not have any crazy protesters or any weirdness pop up. So
just weird people. We don't want the weirdos coming.
We don't want the weirdos. Okay. Yeah. So chicksontherightrule@gmail.com. Send us an email and we will get you hooked up. It's going to be a long show.
Surprise!
I mean, I feel like that goes without saying based on the absolute psychopathic weekend that took place.
Yeah, it really was. Man, it was crazy.
It was bad. So there's been another person who has died after being shot by ICE officials. And I'm not going to show like all the different angles of the shooting. I just feel like that's a total waste of time, because whatever you think happened, you're just not gonna believe otherwise. And so I feel like it's pointless. So instead, in lieu of all the videos, I have a summary email about the narratives going around. So if you would read this, that would be great.
These are wildly different narratives emerging from the same videos right now. Remember the 24-hour rule. The truth will emerge over time. 1, conservative influencers say you can see the gun drop from Pretty's hands. Is it Pretty? Pretty's
I don't even know.
Right after he was shot. See screenshots. I'm sorry for the graphic nature. 2, liberal influencers and CNN say a man, likely a federal agent in a gray jacket, took Pretty's gun and walked away with it before the first shot, which happened a second later. CNN also says you can hear agents shout, "He's got a gun." It is possible that 3, the item that dropped was instead a magazine or gear from another agent or something else. It is also possible that 4, the agent who fired didn't see the gray jacket guy take the gun, but heard he's got a gun, saw the grappling or the other item and fired because he reasonably believed agents' lives were in danger and that it was a gun. He doesn't have to be right under the law, just reasonable.
And that is really the crux of the entire issue.
Yeah.
There's no reason for this to keep happening. And the easy way for it to stop is for people to stop getting in the way of law enforcement doing their jobs. That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't get any more difficult.
They were trying to arrest an illegal named Jose Huerta Chuma when this whole confrontation that resulted in Alex Pretty's his death occurred. And that Huerta Chuma guy, his history includes domestic assault to inflict bodily harm, disorderly conduct, driving without a valid license. And these protesters wanted to protect him. And you know what? They did. He got away. And then a guy died. So I hope his life was worth saving that illegal. He lost his life because of that. He was protecting an illegal that broke a lot of laws. So was it worth it?
All of this is so preventable.
It's just stupid.
Just stay out of their freaking way. My God.
I know, this is just ridiculous.
And now we're starting to learn about how coordinated and organized these agitators. It's gone way beyond protests now. These are agitators. These are terrorists. If you ask me, they're terrorists.
Totally.
But now it turns out that Cam Higbee and a couple other people infiltrated one of the Signal chat groups, or perhaps multiple Signal chat groups that these assholes use to organize. And so they are actively tracking ICE agents. They are running license plate numbers to follow. I mean, it's literally criminal what they're doing. You're not supposed to do these things, and yet it continues to happen. And Data Republican is also digging way deep into where this originates, like where is the head of the snake. And so she said that in one of the files revealed by Cam Higbee, there's a resource file that directs people with money to a website, Stand With Minnesota, which in turns directs donors to a campaign ran by Tending the Soil on Chuffed. What to know is that that campaign is hosted by Chuffed, and the first donation came from Johnny Sapadiak, a Canada-based community organizer who is part of their leadership and specializes in fundraising. And so it's now starting to look like there's foreign involvement. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise.
She's going to be putting out a lot more information about, and she's in direct contact with people in our administration. So she's going to be making sure that they know this is who you need to look for.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like there's foreign involvement here. And then these are the people for 3 years, they were like, Russia, Russia, Russia.
Right.
You cannot make this crap up, you guys. You can't.
You can't. I mean, and it's getting so, there's a great post that you'll see in just a little bit from like a special operations guy who recognizes exactly what's happening. And it's kind of terrifying when you'll see that in a second. But first we need to make sure that you're getting your colostrum. Did you even know that you needed that, you guys? You do. It's for your gut.
It is for your gut. It makes your gut healthy. And when your gut's healthy, the rest of you becomes healthy. It falls in line. It does. And it also makes your hair healthier and stronger. Even though I take other stuff from my hair, I'm like constantly wanting my hair to grow. So,
and look at it. It's growing like a weed.
It is growing for the first time in forever, you guys. I'm doing all the things and it's helping. So you can add some glow to your skin with colostrum. It's great stuff. And Cowboy Colostrum offers the highest quality bovine, that's cow, bovine colostrum in the US. It's 100% made in America from 100% American grass-fed cows. Great stuff. It's first day whole colostrum and it's rich in bioactives like immunoglobulins, Mock.
I love when you say that.
I know. She loves it so much. So, and it doesn't have any flavor at all, like zero flavor. You can put it in water and you will not taste it.
No, this is the stuff that has all the flavor, right? Like the vanilla and the
oh my God,
and the chocolate.
That's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was I thinking? You're right. The vanilla, the chocolate and the strawberry you can put, but I like the chocolate. It tastes like quick. Quick. So add it to your milk, add it to your coffee. People say don't add it to your coffee, but I put it in my coffee every morning. So you can do that. I do like 4 cups of coffee and I always add stuff to my coffee. So you can get 25% off your entire order. Just head to cowboycolostrum.com/chicks. Use code chicks at checkout. That's 25% off cowboycolostrum.com/chicks.
Even Fox News was starting to report about the coordination that they were seeing on the ground. Here is a report from, I don't even remember the reporter who's on the ground, but you'll hear him.
Aisha, it definitely does feel organized to me, and I think you can tell these people are well connected. They are in communication with each other, and they are giving them instructions. This happened all so quickly. People knew where to go, and they are taking commands. This is an organized movement here. There's communication, there's food, there's notices, there's notifications. They got out here in a hurry and they outnumber this police force probably by about 10-1 at this point.
And it includes, at least that signal group that's being infiltrated, it includes actual politicians, local politicians. And this is what's going to get Walz and Fry and anybody else. This is what's going to be getting them into a whole big bunch of trouble. And rightly so.
Do you guys remember when Democrats were all about lowering the temperature? I'm old enough to remember that. You guys remember? You guys remember that?
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
What was that, like 5 minutes ago? And now they're like, because this is the thing. It is Fry and it is Walz who are encouraging these people. They've literally brainwashed these people into thinking that ICE is the Gestapo.
Mm-hmm.
And so these people who are already mentally ill are like, oh my God, we got to fight them. And this is what happens. I mean, look around the rest of the country. It's not happening in other places. It's not happening here in Texas. So what is the common denominator? These dumbass politicians, maybe they're not so dumb because they're doing a great job using mentally ill people to be their army. I mean, that's what they're doing, is they're brainwashing these people and saying, you have to go out and fight. And it distracts from the fact that I just stole a bunch of money. from these people.
Right.
And there's
Exactly.
billions of
That's
dollars
all
worth of
this
fraud.
is.
It just, exactly. It's distracting from that.
Also, Alex Preddy himself was a member of this group, apparently. And so this is, again, according to Cam Higbee. He said Alex Preddy was a member of the insurgency coordinated on Signal. This is Signal Gate.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, and it's local officials, it's state officials, it's the people themselves. And then Julie Kelly said that Preddy is on video directing SUVs to form a barricade on the street, which is what actually prompted the first confrontation with the officers, which means, of course, as usual, he was impeding and obstructing the federal officers, which is a felony. And he committed multiple felonies that day ahead of being shot. So people that position him or,
He's a great guy.
Prop him up. Yeah, as an ICU nurse. And all he wanted was like peace and love. Bullshit.
Yeah.
He was there to cause trouble and he got trouble.
It's the
and
same
I'm
thing
sorry, but I have no sympathy.
I have zero
don't.
sympathy too. Zero. It's the same thing with Renee Good. They're trying to do the same thing. Can you imagine being so brainwashed that you go and you attack law enforcement officials who are trying to get rid of pedophiles, rapists, murderers? You're trying to get in the way of that. You're so brainwashed that that's what you're doing. And then the left is like, oh yeah, they're the good people. No, they're not. Like, these people are on the wrong side.
Yeah. It's bonkers.
It is bonkers.
And listen, the loss of lives is always a tragedy. But to me, I don't have sympathy because it was totally preventable.
It was.
And nobody ever thinks about all the victims of the illegals. Those deaths were also preventable. And it's more of those deaths that ICE is trying to prevent.
And again,
so
the guy that Pretty died, and he was preventing ICE from getting the guy got away. That guy got away. The guy they were trying to arrest when Pretty died, he got away. So, I mean, nobody's talking about that.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. So more and more information is coming out about who all was involved in the Signal chat. These do include state officials, even campaign workers for Walz's teams. We're going to see more about that. There is a rumor, and it's not confirmed yet, that even the lieutenant governor herself was involved in the Signal chat. There's some speculation about that. And again, it's not confirmed, but I would not be surprised at all to find out that that is the case. So I mentioned earlier this special forces guy who says that all of this kind of organization is looking really, really familiar. This is a 3-part tweet that I would like you to read because it should send shivers down everybody's spine. This is freaking bananas.
As a former Special Forces warrant officer with multiple rotations running counterinsurgency ops, both hunting insurgents and trying to separate them from sympathetic populations, I've seen organized resistance up close. From Anbar to Helmand, the pattern is familiar. Spotters, cutouts, dead troops or modern equivalents, disciplined comms, role specialization, and a willingness to absorb casualties while bleeding the stronger force slowly. What's unfolding in Minneapolis right now isn't protest. It's low-level insurgency infrastructure built by people who clearly studied the playbook. Signal groups at 1,000-member cap per zone, dedicated roles, mobile chasers, plate checkers logging vehicle data into shared databases, 24/7 dispatch nodes vectoring assets, salute-style reporting size, activity, location, unit, time, equipment on suspected federal vehicles, daily chat rotations and timed deletions to frustrate forensic recovery, vetting processes for new joiners, mutual aid from sympathetic locals, teachers providing cover, possible PD tip-offs on license plate lookups, home-based coordination points, rapid escalation from observation to physical obstruction, or worse.
And there's more. Here is the second part.
This isn't spontaneous outrage. This is C2 command and control with redundancy, OPSEC hygiene, and task organization that would make an SF team sergeant nod in recognition. Replace ICE agents with occupying coalition forces, and the structure maps almost one-to-one to early stage urban cells we hunted in the mid-2000s. The most sobering part, it's domestic, funded, trained somewhere, and directed by people who live in the same country they're trying to paralyze law enforcement in. When your own citizens build and operate this level of parallel intelligence and rapid response network against federal officers, complete with doxing, vehicle pursuits, and harassment that's already turned lethal, you're no longer dealing with civil disobedience. You're facing a distributed resistance that's learned the lessons of successful insurgencies. Stay below the kinetic threshold most of the time, force overreaction when possible, maintain popular support through narrative, and never present a single center of gravity. I spent years training partner forces to dismantle exactly this kind of apparatus. Now pieces of it are standing up in American cities, enabled by elements of local government and civil society. That should keep every thinking American awake at night.
I mean,
it's just
freaks me
one
out.
more thing. That's just one more thing to keep me awake at night. That's great.
Here's the end.
Not because I want escalation, but because history shows these things don't de-escalate on their own once the infrastructure exists and the cadre believe they're winning the information war. We either recognize what we're actually looking at or we pretend it's just still activism until the structures harden and spread. Your call, America. But from where I sit, this isn't January 2026 politics anymore. It's phase one of something we've spent decades trying to keep off our own soil.
That freaks me out.
Yeah, it should. It should freak everybody out.
They got to find the head of the snake and like literally execute it.
Yeah,
Enough
they do. Enough is enough. And especially if it's foreign.
Yeah. Yeah.
WTF. Right. WTF are we doing, Pam Bondi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get to her. Oh my God.
God, we totally will.
So timwalz is not helping turn down the temperature at all. In fact, he's ramping it up by suggesting to all of his idiot followers that the ICE agents are not actually law enforcement. This is what he actually said. He is such an asshole.
People's law enforcement. They are not law enforcement. We have law enforcement who do an incredible job.
Even Jonathan Turley was like, Walz just said, quit referring to these people as law enforcement. That is a new low from the governor. Yeah. Mm-hmm. These are law enforcement officers who put their lives on the line every day. To say that they're not LEs is to further enable the rage, which is, of course, exactly right.
Guess what? You're not a lumberjack. Oh my God. This guy is such an ass. I cannot. He has blood on his hands. Totally. He and Jacob Fry have blood on their hands. They are totally feeding into this whole thing. Mm-hmm. They are responsible. They are so responsible. If you can't see that, I cannot help you.
And the fact that he continues to make these World War II comparisons is so gross, distasteful. And now the latest one is that he's now comparing this entire situation to Anne Frank. Oh Listen to this.
Many of us grew up reading that story of Anne Frank. Somebody's going to write that children's story about Minnesota.
Oh my God. I can't.
When is he going to jail? Seriously.
It cannot be soon enough. It cannot.
I swear. When they start doing this, when they start making the comparison to World War II and to Hitler, it's like, they have nothing else. They're just desperate at that point. Just stop it. Stop.
It is distasteful and just so over the top and so unacceptable for a state leader, the leader of a state, to be saying this kind of nonsense. Right. But that's what he's doing. Donald Trump weighing in, saying Minnesota is a criminal cover-up of the massive financial fraud that has gone on. He could not be more right. Yeah,
he's totally right.
And the chick that's running for governor to lead that state, Amy Klobuchar, is no better than timwalz. And here was her message to ICE.
Our message is really clear and straightforward. We need ICE out of Minnesota. They are not making us more safe. As the tragic killing this morning, as people saw it, viscerally on that video shows us they are making us less safe.
And Stephen Miller responded saying, a domestic terrorist tried to assassinate federal law enforcement, and this is your response? You and the state's entire Democrat leadership team have been fanning the flames of insurrection for the singular purpose of stopping the deportation of illegals who invaded the country.
He's right.
I don't know how this isn't clear to everybody.
There's a part of me,
the messaging war, unfortunately.
But there's a part of me that's like, just pull them out. Pull everybody out, pull them all out and let them just burn, let them burn. Let all the criminals take over. Let them just implode. Seriously, What would happen if we did that? What would happen if we just pulled everything out and let Minnesota become the shithole that it's going to be? I mean, let the Somalis everybody, let them just take over everything. What do I care? I don't give a crap. I don't care. Seriously,
Yeah,
no
but there
offense
are
to the people from Minnesota.
There. Well, that's the thing. There are Minnesotans there whose taxpayer dollars are funding God knows
Then
what.
move. Because they don't care, because he doesn't care about you. I'm just telling you right now, they don't care about you. If you're watching this broadcast right now, you're obviously a conservative, more than likely. You're a conservative. You're living somewhere in Minnesota. Move. I don't know. I don't want them to do that. I just feel like you don't give up. You just send in more people, honestly. Like, just call it the insurrection that it is. Send in federalize the National Guard, because Tim Walz sent the National Guard, the state National Guard, to feed the agitators donuts. That was their job, is to, hey, make sure that they've got coffee and donuts. That's what he sent the National Guard to do. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Jeff Andrew he was on one of the news shows, a Republican representative, and said all the right
and by the way, don't let the left kid you with this, that this is just a normal protest where people are peacefully protesting. No, it's not. Peaceful protesters don't have 9mm weapons with 2 extra magazines. Peaceful protesters, I don't know about you, but I'm sure the same as me. I don't go in my closet and I don't have professional grade gas masks ready to go in case tear gas is thrown. A normal neighborhood, what happens in a normal situation is they cooperate, they try to help, or they just stay out of it. This is not normal.
It's not normal.
It isn't. It totally isn't normal. I know, and people are so mad at me, and I get it. Like, you want to, but the thing is that you get what you vote for. I mean, the people who are in charge of this state and of Minneapolis, like, it just really, like, I wonder, like, what people are voting for this. They are actively voting for this leadership. The hell.
But it also, I mean, if you think about how much federal tax money also goes to states that fuck up, sorry.
Yeah,
but I mean,
true,
it's
though.
our money too. You know what I mean?
I
And
know,
we cannot just let it go. Like, we just
No,
can't.
I totally hear you. I mean, maybe that's part of it too. Quit sending federal money. Like that, maybe that's a solution. I just feel, listen, these people, what I worry about is they are winning the narrative, because we have people like Bondi, who's not doing a freaking job. She's not doing it well, that's for sure. And we're going to talk about that. But they are winning the narrative, and they're doing this on purpose because of midterms. They're doing this on purpose because of elections. They know they can actually get people to go, oh, but this is just so mean. We voted for this. I voted for people to get kicked out of this country. And you know what? Sometimes it's not pretty. What did you expect? What did people expect was going to happen?
It could be really pretty. It could be like super pretty if people would just stay out of the way.
I mean, it's fine in other states.
Yeah.
But they want chaos. Nani's Trojan. They want chaos. They did not want this to happen. But it doesn't have to be, you're right, it doesn't have to be crazy, but it's also, Biden let like 20 million people in here. It's not going to always be like a clean process.
Right.
I mean, this is the thing. It's like, we voted for this. Well, guess what? It's going to suck sometimes. It's going to be kind of messy sometimes getting these people out of here. Good Lord.
And it gets messier when there is no cooperation. And it just does not get more simple than that. I don't know
they love
why
it.
This is hard.
And people like Walz and people like Fry, they love it because they think, oh, now we can make them look like the bad guys.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess you can make us, but at the same time, these people are fighting for criminals.
Mm-hmm.
It's madness.
It is absolute madness. And it is also madness if you are not locking up your personal data on your computer. Why would you not do that? And why would you not use the best in the business, which is WebRoot, you guys?
This is the time. Like, I mean, we're getting ready we're careening into February. Can you even believe that that's happening?
I cannot. This weekend, right?
I know it's weird. Anyways, but WebRoot is all about protecting all of your gadgets and your devices. And it's something that you can get and then you don't have to think about it. All right. It's like, and you don't want to be protecting your stuff with stuff from 2006. You want to protect your devices with stuff from 2026. Okay. Because it's the #1 antivirus on the market. It takes up like 33 times less space than Norton and McAfee and all that other stuff that you're probably using and you don't need to be using, because that is the 2006 stuff. Use WebRoot because it's 2026. It's very upgraded. Download it and forget about it. That's what I like to do. It's like a safety ninja in the background doing its thing. So no more stress. You don't have to stress about breaches or scammers or identity theft or accidental file deletion. Just get Webroot Total Protection. You can do that and get 60% off at webroot.com/chicks. That's 60% off for a limited time at webroot.com/chicks. Do it.
I like that they also back up all my entire computer without me having to think about it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it
Just,
just, I know that it's okay.
because
Everything's backed up.
I don't think about that stuff. I just want to like
same.
just do it. Like do it and don't ask me, you know?
Read what Greg Gutfeld had to say about this weekend.
Responsibility for the deliberately engineered chaos is on Walz and Fry. None of this happens in cities where cooperation and following the law exist. Debating this with agitators is a waste of your time, for this is exactly what they desire. Every tragedy is a win. That's absolutely right.
And you can't reason with people who want this. You can't.
No,
I mean,
they love it. And he's absolutely right. This isn't happening in red states. It's not happening in states where normal adults are running the show. Right. These guys, these two guys are, you know, you've got like a retard and a Trudeau, like a Timu Trudeau. That's what he is. It's so true. And first it was like BLM, then it was abortion, then it was what, like we have to mutilate the kids, and it was Palestine. It's like these people are like, if they don't protest, they don't have an identity. Honestly, like this is what they live for, and they get paid for it.
Yeah,
they go from
this
one
is their full-time job.
This is their job. This is what they do. So they love terrorists. Democrats do. They love murderers. They love rapists. They love pedophiles, and they will protect them. They are on the wrong side.
And just for some stats to back that up, immigration agents have only shot at 4 people in 2026, despite carrying out thousands of operations nationwide. 1 was armed with a handgun, 1 was armed with a shovel, 2 weaponized their vehicles. Not a single person has been shot for just holding a sign and protesting, because these are not protesters.
No.
These are agitators, and that's a very, very different thing.
They're terrorists.
Very different thing. And, you know, when they continue to get the messaging, like you heard from timwalz earlier about the Anne Frank comparisons, or from Jacob Fry, like basically speaking Somali. I mean, all of it is just so performative. And then they've got the lieutenant governor, that Peggy Flanagan chick, literally saying, get out there and use your body to fight off federal law enforcement.
Our neighbors are being disappeared. P.S. Without due process, it is just called kidnapping. Then show up and use your voice. Put your body on the line.
Put your body on the line. Well, that's what they're doing.
Is she going to do that?
Told them to do it.
Is she going to do it? Seriously, that's another thing. Is like all these politicians, like her and the Walz and the Frys of the world, they're like, go ahead and put your body on the line. I'm going to be back here in my house with a big fence around it. Of course, right?
Captive Dreamer tweeted, what's totally wild about this entire situation is that the people are constantly blowing those high-pitched whistles the entire time these interactions are taking place, so the agents can't even hear each other or communicate. Everything is designed for the worst possible outcome, which is exactly right. And, you know, it's real easy for all the keyboard warriors to watch all the angles of the videos of the shooting and be like, oh, this is what happened, and that guy should have known not to shoot. Are you telling me that in the midst of all of that noise and all these people screaming and shouting, and you hear gun, 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 that you as a law enforcement officer are not going to instantly react? You're crazy.
Well,
You're crazy.
It goes back to that training, that you know, tweet that we read. The training, they're trained to do that. They're trained to have complete chaos and to just make sure that people are so completely confused in that moment. It's all part of the training. Everybody should be freaked out by that.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then they have developed, like, remember Chaz and the zones that they would block off, like 4 blocks when this happened? Yeah, and CHOP. That's now happening. There's like 4 blocks, I guess, in Minneapolis that lefties have just now said, this is our autonomous zone and you can't come in. And so Tim Young was like, so are they going to deport anyone who illegally crosses into their area? And I was like, I see what you did there.
I see too. That was a really great question. Yeah, we all want to know, Tim.
All right. So Pam Bondi, you guys, when she gets her angry voice and she gets her I'm outraged voice going, it makes me want to lunge at my TV screen.
I can't.
It's so performative and just Anyway, here is what she said that she had done that should really send the message that they mean business, you guys. They mean it. Here is
in Minnesota. I do not understand these people. We sent Governor Walz a very strong letter today.
Oh, my God.
We had been working on this letter. We got it out saying that he better support President Trump. He better support the men and women in law enforcement because if he doesn't, we are. And that's what we're doing right now.
Were there any consequences in this letter?
Well, we'll see. This is fluid. Let's see how Governor Walz responds. Let's see what he does based on this, based on what's happening right now.
Can you imagine if this broad had kids? Seriously. Can you imagine? The one would come home and be like, I just burned the school down. Oh, you burned the school down? Okay. Well, you know, you're
going in a timeout.
You're going to go into your room and I'm going to write you a sternly worded letter. Kid, I just fire her. Fire her immediately. Seriously.
I mean, she did have the arrest after the church thing.
I don't care,
yeah,
Mom. I don't care.
Irritated.
If for nothing else, she makes women look absolutely weak in this position.
Yeah.
No other woman will be able to do this. Seriously, she's ruined it for all of us. She makes it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, Mock.
It's getting real bad.
I'm mocking her. Like they're mocking us. I'm mocking her. Right. And I wanted her to have this position. And I'm in the position where I'm mocking her. Fire her, Trump.
Yeah, it's enough. Todd Starnes speaking for everybody when he said, who wants to tell Pam Bondi that the time for strongly worded letters is long gone? Declare an insurrection, invoke the Insurrection Act, and put down the rebellion. Not sure what's going on in the White House these days. Something is off. Enough with the words. It is time for action. And she did not take kindly to that and responded to Todd Starnes. You can read her response right here.
The full weight of federal law enforcement is engaged in Minnesota, and this Department of Justice is advancing on every front. Walz, Ellison, and Fry have acknowledged receipt of federal grand jury subpoenas from this DOJ. We have arrested multiple individuals in the city's church attack and will continue to fight for our religious organizations. Today, we arrested a man who violently assaulted an HSI agent. More arrests are coming. Meanwhile, our attorneys are relentlessly fighting to defeat the unprecedented judicial activism unfolding in Minnesota. Accountability is coming.
Just wait, you guys, it's coming.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Listen, people are like, who are you going to replace her with? I don't know. Somebody with balls, somebody who actually says stuff, doesn't get on a TV show and say, I wrote a sternly worded letter. Come on. Seriously.
With that, with that rage in her voice, I just can't deal with that anymore.
The optics are awful.
Yeah. She did also report on, and this was just this unbelievable story of another incident that happened over the weekend, that some psychopath bit off the finger of an ICE agent. And thankfully that person was arrested. She said the suspect who allegedly bit the finger off of an HSI agent in Minnesota today has been arrested and is in custody. I have directed my federal prosecutors to file charges for this heinous assault on our brave law enforcement officer. People are losing their ever-loving mind. Normal people do not bite other humans.
Right.
Do I have to say that out loud?
I know.
I mean,
and Democrats,
are we for?
Right. Democrats will totally defend this too. They'll think that this is just completely, these people are mental, you guys.
Mental. Completely mental.
And this is why you can't reason with them anymore. You can't even tell them, hey, listen, you guys are protecting the worst among us. Like these are awful people. These are people who have committed serious crimes. They're trying to go out and arrest them and get them and deport them. And they're like, let me go ahead and bite the finger off of an ICE, like an HSI agent. Like, what?
That's normal.
Yeah, it's like we've hit a wall. You can't even talk to people about this stuff on the other side. There's no talking. This is when I see stuff like this, and when I saw this over the weekend, I was like, this is stuff where like people get divorced. They get divorced over this. You're biting fingers.
You're biting other humans' fingers.
You're
a total animal at this point. I mean, I don't even know. And then, the continued attacks on hotels. Like, what is this? You're about to see this is from last night, you guys, that people decided, oh, ICE must be staying here, so let's destroy a home 2 suites.
Right.
Why?
Yeah. What did show us on the doll where the home 2 suites hurt you?
What in the world is going on?
They are out of control.
There's no
completely
defense of that.
No.
No defense.
Mm-mm.
So moving on to some of the folks who are spokespeople for DHS, you know, for ICE themselves. So what's his name? Bovino, that Greg Bovino, he was on, and he was on with Dana Bash, who was like, but like that guy wasn't even doing anything. And he set the record straight. I will put it that way.
You keep saying that he assaulted a federal officer, but again, we have not seen evidence that that happened. It looked like he was on the defense, and again, he had a gun legally. It sort of feels like we're in the upside down, where we have law enforcement and conservatives who are very pro Second Amendment saying the problem was that he had a gun legally.
No, the problem is, as I said several times now, is he injected himself. He put himself where he did not need to be. He put himself in and put law enforcement officers in jeopardy through his actions. These were his actions, not law enforcement officers' action. We had to react to an individual that came there for a specific reason. And again, what that reason is, we're going to find more out about that in the coming days. I'll be interested to see what his reason for being there, while Border Patrol agents were arresting a violent, criminal, illegal alien doing their lawful, ethical, and moral duties in Minneapolis. That's the question.
Well.
Oh, CNN's the absolute worst. They're loving all of this too. They think it's fantastic. They're just buying right into it, and they're just stoking the fires. It's like a tinderbox at this point. They love it.
It feels very
tinderboxy.
Yeah. Really tinderboxy.
Yeah, it's very tinderboxy right now.
I'm glad that he's holding the line. In fact, there was a reporter who was like, how many people is it going to take before you guys will just be done with this operation? This is my favorite Greg Bovino moment, I think, ever.
People in Minnesota want to know when this surge will end. Has there been a date set? Is there a certain number of people you want to apprehend before you decide to ease the surge?
We continue to apprehend dozens, if not hundreds, of these criminal illegal aliens a day. We're going to continue conducting that mission. We're not going to put a date or a timeline to stop this mission. This mission's ongoing until there are no more of those criminal illegal aliens roaming the streets of Minneapolis.
Is there a number, though? You have to have a file.
There is a number, and it's called all of them.
I mean, I do love that. Meanwhile, there were kids that were killed by an illegal this weekend, and nobody protested for them. Did you read about them? Did you see that?
I did not. I didn't.
Yeah, nobody protested for 20-year-old Fletcher Harris and his 19-year-old girlfriend Skylar Provenza. They were killed in a head-on crash in North Carolina this past Friday, and it was an illegal that killed them. So I don't remember any protests about that. Nobody gives a shit, right? When people are killed by illegals. You know, all these families who are affected by their kids, by their family members being killed, being raped, you know, pedophiles out there. I don't see Democrats protesting for them. It happened this past Friday. That happened. I didn't see anything. I saw like zero news coverage about that. And they were killed by a guy that shouldn't have been here.
Yep. And this happens way more often
than
any kind of incident during an ICE protest.
Yeah.
My God. There was a rare L moment for Scott Bessent. And actually, this is a problem kind of across the administration when they are talking about the incident that happened with that Preddy guy. Too many people on our side of the aisle are saying he shouldn't have had a gun. And that's not the right messaging. The right messaging is, it's of course his Second Amendment right to carry a gun. As Dana Lash pointed out, for example, she's been to protests where she's been armed, but you don't insert yourself into what law enforcement is doing. That's the key. And that's exactly what this guy did. It didn't have anything to do with the fact that he had a gun and was legally allowed to have a gun. Good for him. But if you are carrying and you inject yourself into the middle of a law enforcement mission that you shouldn't be injecting yourself into, bad shit can happen, especially when you're carrying. That's really the bottom line. And so I didn't love how Scott Bessent handled this particular question.
For the Veterans Administration, and there's no evidence that he brandished the gun whatsoever. In fact, it appears that he was disarmed before
he brought a gun. Have you ever gone to a protest, Jonathan?
I mean, we do have a Second Amendment in this country that...
Jonathan, have you ever gone to a protest?
I mean...
have you gone to a protest?
I mean, no, actually, as a reporter covering it.
Okay, I've been to a protest. Yeah. Guess what? I didn't bring a gun. I brought a billboard.
Okay, Secretary Bessent, thank you.
Okay, and I You're right. That's probably not the right way to handle that. I do find it interesting though, Mock, that the, oh my God, no guns, we're anti-2A crowd has all of a sudden become the arm yourselves crowd.
Oh yeah.
And everybody needs to pay attention to that because they're the ones that go into classes getting their licenses. They're getting their license to carry and they're carrying. So, I mean,
and they're doing it with bad intent.
Right.
Know, clearly.
Right. And they're getting scared into doing it too. Oh my God, it's the Gestapo. We all got to get armed. And it's a bunch of these crazy white liberal bitches doing it too, which is terrifying. I mean, you see like TikTok after tweet after TikTok, you know, where these women are saying, arm yourselves, arm yourselves. A year ago, they were like, guns are bad. Guns are bad.
Right.
And now all of a sudden they're like, guns are great. You know, so listen, liberals are consistently inconsistent. We can count on them to be that way.
Yes.
But this is one instance where like the gun thing, a little weird.
For sure. Let's hear from some chiefs of police and sheriff folks who actually are doing things exactly the right way and have exactly the right attitude. You're going to hear from Wayne Ivey, who is a Florida sheriff. And here's what he said. This is actually back last summer, but the timing of this doesn't matter. What he's saying is what matters.
If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here.
Big and beautiful.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
Yep.
Graveyard dead. God, I love
Graveyard
that
dead.
so much.
I bet those dogs are big and beautiful, you know?
You know they are.
And I would follow I have no problem following these rules. I can follow the rules. Can you guys not follow the rules? I mean, I feel like this isn't hard.
I cannot be less scared that ICE is going to hurt me. I have zero reason to fear that.
Zero fear of ICE.
And that sheriff is not the only good law enforcement official out there preaching the exact right message. Here is Vancouver, Washington, their police chief, also awesome. Troy Price is his name.
Members of the public have been following, yelling at, demanding identification, and engaging with our officers as they travel and at locations where they are working to arrest high-risk and often armed suspects. These units are responsible for apprehending some of the most violent offenders in our community, and the work they do is already extremely dangerous. Drawing attention to them increases the danger for everyone. Distractions, including yelling or drawing attention to the officers as they conduct these dangerous missions, puts the officers, suspects, and innocent bystanders in immediate physical danger. These actions ultimately compromise my mission to keep Vancouver safe. Depending on the circumstances, such actions may be in violation of state law and could result in your arrest.
This is why is this so hard for Minnesotans to say?
Because they're mentally ill. All of these people are mentally ill. And they've been told, oh, it's the Gestapo. Oh, it's this. Oh, they're Nazis. They're this, they're that. You're fighting. They're just, listen, they're picking up rapists, murderers, you know, sex offenders, pedophiles. They're picking up bad people, people who have broken the law, and you are getting in the way of that. If I was getting pulled over and somebody got in the way of a cop pulling me over, you're not supposed to do that. You're just not supposed to do it. Listen, I don't want to be pulled over. But if somebody got in the way of it, you're not supposed to do it. Like, that's just common sense. And these people, there is no common sense. They've never had common sense. It's the Democrat way.
So one more just awesome police chief. This is the guy in Chicago who is a complete badass. And here's what he said.
Let me make this clear. Federal agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They are agents of law enforcement.
Yeah.
If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed and that this could end in a deadly situation. And it's reasonable for them to use force based on those conditions. Do not box in any law enforcement officer. You are breaking the law when you do that. And you are putting yourself in danger. Following law enforcement agents around. The question is why? What do you plan on doing? It's also reasonable for them to believe that you're eventually going to do harm to them. We need to be clear about these laws. We cannot become a society where we just decide to take everything in our own hands and start to commit crimes against law enforcement. It is a crime. You may not like what they're doing. I can understand that there's a lot of emotions out there, but that does not mean that you get to commit a crime.
Right. Why is this hard?
I don't know. But that guy's awesome.
Yeah, I love him. He's also a little hot, not gonna lie.
Kind of hot, right?
A little hot. Yeah, a little hot.
Right?
Like, ladies, am I right? A little hot.
I mean, it just.
I know. It's neither here nor there. We shouldn't be, we're at a totally different discussion. But it was a little hot.
But I mean, that's pretty hot, I gotta say. Compare and contrast that to the police chief in Minneapolis, who's like, just so soft on everything. And this comment was
greater issue is, even if there is an investigation that ultimately proves that at the time of the shooting it was legally justified, I don't think that even matters at this point, because there is so much outrage and concern around what is happening in the city.
It doesn't even matter.
Did you see his face at the end? He was like, I need to go talk to my therapist. What a douche.
Where's my blankie?
I
know.
need a safe space.
Okay, I've got some more reading for you to do.
Okay, yay.
Because
is this small reading? Is this small reading?
This part is not terribly small.
Okay.
It's when we get to the Trump tweet that's like,
oh God, it's gonna be so small.
But this will be like a warm-up. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
So this is a 3-parter from Greg Price, who spoke like into my soul and like pulled out everything that I feel about this. I'm sure he's going to speak for almost everybody in here.
Okay.
Here's part 1.
To my leftist friends, I do not care that a leftist agitator got himself killed because he decided to arm himself with a gun and venture out to resist ICE, nor the other one who sped or carred an ICE agent while fleeing arrest. Nor do I care about the little kid who was detained with his illegal alien father, and neither do you. Because all you care about are turning people whose deaths never would have happened if you people didn't have a psychopathic opposition to lawful immigration enforcement into martyrs who can be used to justify ending deportations, which you want because it's the biggest threat to democratic political power. What I do care about is the fact that there are millions of illegal aliens that have invaded my country. Your party are the ones who spent the previous 4 years importing as many of them into America as possible, allowing millions of foreign military-age men to cross the southern border and resettling them all around the country with our tax dollars. You didn't give a crap about the thousands of unaccompanied children that smugglers dropped off at the border, nor the thousands that went missing in one of the biggest child trafficking operations in the world that happened because of your party. So true.
I mean, isn't this so good already?
The greatest. You didn't care about real victims like Laken Riley, Jocelyn Nungare, and Rachel Morin, not agitators trying to obstruct law enforcement, but innocent people who were minding their own business when they were brutally murdered by criminal illegal aliens that Biden released into the country. But you people have decided that's imperative that these illegals be able to stay, that something fresh over the border from Honduras is just as American as the rest of us, that somebody with such disrespect for our country that their first contribution to it was breaking our immigration laws should be given the same rights as every American, that they should be allowed to continue stealing jobs, driving up housing costs, and mooching off American taxpayers. Oh my God, I want to inject this in my veins. And you want this for one reason and one reason only, because it's the only way you can continue winning elections. You don't actually care about any of these people. You just want to give them citizenship so they can vote Democrat and count them in the census so that blue states have more electoral votes than they deserve. All you want is to import as many foreigners as possible and give them a stake in the political future of our country so that Democrats can rule forever without the consent from actual Americans who you couldn't give 2 craps about. And you, of course, don't actually want to deal with the consequences of mass immigration. The places you live are not the ones where massive demographic changes have happened almost overnight. You'll continue living in your majority white, affluent communities while working class Americans deal with the influx of your new class of voters. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. And now
here's the end.
You are You have decided that burning down the entire country is worth it if it means your precious illegal aliens get to stay. Your politicians are the ones who have actively encouraged the riots in places like Minneapolis and radicalized people into thinking they have the right to obstruct lawful immigration enforcement. Renee Good and Alex Preddy are dead because of you. I, along with 77 million other Americans, voted for a government that promised mass deportations. And that doesn't mean just gang members and criminals. It means every single person who crossed the border illegally or has overstayed their visa. It doesn't matter if they're a murderer or an Uber Eats driver. We voted to get rid of them all because America is a sovereign nation that has the right to deport people with no right to be here in the first place. So no, I simply do not care about any of the sob stories that you manufacture on a daily basis to emotionally manipulate people against lawful enforcement or immigration laws. I don't care if federal agents wearing masks triggers you. I don't care about your tug at the heartstrings propaganda. And I especially don't care that your illegal alien neighbors feel scared. We're sick of being told we're bad people for objecting to the hordes of third world aliens that you brought here without our consent. The moment you decide that Americans matter more to you than protecting illegals is the moment the chaos and death comes to an end. But you won't, because all you are useful idiots for a machine that seeks to make Americans poor and miserable in the country their ancestors built. Oh, God.
I need a cigarette.
God. So great. So great.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Every
and Meg
word.
Ryan and When Harry Met Sally.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Every freaking word,
All
man.
of it.
Every word.
All of it.
Trump has also sent a sternly worded message to Tim Walz and what's his face, Fry, and the rest of all of these idiot sanctuary city and state leaders. And here is what he is saying. I know this is tiny, but please read it.
Oh my God. That is why I am hereby calling on Governor Walz, Mayor Fry, and every Democrat governor and mayor in the United States of America to formally cooperate with the Trump administration to enforce our nation's laws rather than resist and stoke the flames of division, chaos, and violence. Number one, Governor Walz and Mayor Fry should turn over all criminal illegal aliens that are currently incarcerated in their state prisons and jails to federal authorities, along with all illegal criminals with an active warrant or known criminal history for immediate deportation.
Just
Number
pause
two,
right there really fast. Find me a person who has an actual argument against number one. Like, why would the state not want to empty out their prisons and get rid of all of the riffraff that just needs to be out of the country? Why?
Renee Good and Alex Preddy would have said no to this. They would have absolutely said it. There's people that are protesting right now that would say, no, we don't want to do that. Because there's a guy I just saw in our comment section that said, nobody is illegal, you stupid C words.
Oh my God.
He just said, he called us stupid C words and said, nobody's illegal. You're a dumbass.
It's that same guy that keeps, it's that John Balls guy that keeps creating new accounts and I just keep banning them because
get out of your mom's
obsessed.
basement.
Oh my God.
Cuck. Number two, state and local law enforcement must agree to turn over all illegal aliens arrested by local police. Number three, local police must assist federal law enforcement in apprehending and detaining illegal aliens who are wanted for crimes. Number four, Democrat politicians must partner with the federal government to protect American citizens in the rapid removal of all criminal illegal aliens in our country. Some Democrats in places like Memphis, Tennessee, or Washington, D.C. have done so, resulting in safer streets for all. Look at that. In addition, I am hereby calling on the United States Congress to immediately pass legislation to end sanctuary cities, which is the root cause of all of these problems. American cities should be safe sanctuaries for law-abiding American citizens only, not illegal criminal aliens who broke our nation's laws. Preach. All of these requests are rooted in common sense and will provide the best possible circumstances to make America great again. The Trump administration is standing by and waiting for any Democrat to do the right thing and work with us on these important matters of making America safe, like it is in all sections of our country where we are, together with local leadership participating and involved. Donald J. Trump.
This is not hard.
This isn't hard. This isn't hard, but they don't want it. They love criminals, as evidenced by douchebag in our comments.
He's gone now. I mean, I'm sure he'll be back with another idea.
Oh, I'm sure he will, because he can't stop, won't stop. You're obsessed with us.
We're not going to date you.
No, never.
Okay, so let's move on into a new segment that features some of the craziest amongst the agitators, but then also balances it out with some awesome. Okay, so we're gonna take a little journey through some terrible, terrible weirdos, but then we're gonna show you some awesome people.
The psycho.
Here's one of like the main Minneapolis agitators. Apparently, his name is Kyle Wagner, and he likes cross-dressing in his spare time.
He does.
And he just really wants to tell you all about it. Here he is.
Here he is. Here we go.
I do this all year, all the time. I'm out and about like this because I do it for me all year. All the time. Yeah. Yep. I'm a fucking blue collar fuck of a dude all day long. And then at least a few times every week, I like to get real clean and pretty and go out, shoot pool or get dinner, maybe go dance. You never fucking know.
Are
right?
crazy.
Bite fingers,
That
whatever.
thing's psycho. God, these people are psychotic, man.
Right?
Just
Oh my God.
unhinged.
Yikes. And that's just our first example. Unfortunately, there are also people with lots and lots of followers. I just learned that this guy existed, but he's got 250,000 followers, I think, on TikTok or wherever. Peyton Vanist. I don't know who that is, but he apparently has some influence. And he's one of the people that you mentioned earlier that is encouraging folks to arm themselves.
You all need to be arming yourselves right now. You all need to learn how to shoot guns. You all need to learn how to protect yourselves. You guys need to learn what to do in a situation where you get detained and how to help your friends when they are getting detained. You all need to become aware of what's happening right now and how there is no protesting this without some sort of militant action.
So we went from David Hogg to that guy real quick, huh? On the left.
Yeah, that's right. David Hogg is probably armed at this point. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
for sure. And then being like, 2A is really bad, except for all the guns I have, you know?
Right.
It's okay for me, right?
And then you can tell, I mean, obviously you can tell most of the time that these people are mentally deranged, like truly psychopathic, like this guy.
You need to stop killing us. You're all gonna die. All of you are gonna die. You need to stop killing us.
Yeah, this is
That's crazy.
Yeah, these people are crazy. And Democrats embrace the crazy. And then they brainwash them even more. This is what they're doing, you guys. It's what they do with, listen, they do it with kids who are confused and they're like, oh, you want to cut your genitals off? Yeah, do it. Like, this is what they do. They love preying on mentally ill. They love it.
Yeah, and it's why like the troll that's in here, or whatever his name is, John or whatever, it's real easy to call us the C word, but not actually argue any point that we're making.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
he can't.
No, he didn't say a word about Lake and Riley or Jocelyn Nungare. He didn't say a word when I was talking about that, when we were reading about that. No, didn't say a word about them, but just called us the C word. Okay.
And he's too stupid to realize that his money, his taxpayer money, is also going to fund fraud.
Right. Well,
And he doesn't realize that the people that are in his community are absolute criminals that ICE is trying to get rid of.
Unless he's on welfare. I mean, and we're paying for him too. I don't know, which is highly possible because he's probably at home in his mom's basement just writing us and calling us the C word, which is highly possible.
We continue to maintain that liberal women are the scourge of humanity. I mean, yeah, we've been showing you some really creepy dudes and stuff, but the liberal women are so batshit. There's a woman who posted herself getting all bundled up with her 18-month-old in a kid carrier on her back, saying we're going out in like minus 18-degree weather to protest because my child is not more important than anyone else's. This woman needs to be visited by CPS. God. Like, this is freaking psychotic behavior. I can't even. These women are so. This is the suicidal empathy that you hear so much about.
Totally, without question. This is exactly what it is. Yeah,
that poor thing. Oh my God.
Yeah, and these are the same women who are like, abortion is great, and I just they are mentally ill. These women.
Yeah.
Liberal
Apparently
women are.
She deleted all that because she got a lot of backlash, rightly
Really?
so.
She couldn't stand by what she said? Really?
Yeah, it's probably too late. You know, she took that kid out, that poor baby.
Right. Is that not something that when her daughter turns 13, she doesn't want her to see that?
Yeah, she should be so proud.
She should be super proud of that. Mm-hmm.
But these women are crazy. And I read an article that I almost couldn't believe about a woman who had been gang raped by 6 men for 6 hours and did not file a police report. Because what if those rapists have kids of their own?
Oh my God.
This is real, you guys. This was written in The Nation. Here's the summary. Go ahead and read that.
God, the simple answer to the question of why I never reported the rape is that I believe in the abolition of police and prisons. The less simple, less articulate answer is that to pursue prosecuting and potentially incarcerating other people is inconceivable to me, even when they have hurt me more than I could ever have believed possible. Oh my God. Because of this, I can only vocalize what I want in negative and inherently impossible terms, that all I want is for it to have never happened. The prospect of being a participant in other people's incarceration is as alien to me as anything could be, to the point that I can only conceive of it in childish terms. How silly and strange it would be to have a group of people incarcerated at my expense when doing so would do nothing to fix the damage they have already so thoroughly done. Bitch, they're going to do it to other people.
Exactly.
They're so brainwashed, these women.
That's a whole new level of insanity that I just was like, oh my God.
I can't even, does she not get it?
No.
They're going to, like, if there are 6 of them, think of all the other people that they can do that to. Oh my God.
Yeah. And so instead she's considering, well, what if the rapists have kids of their own? What about their life? I mean, I don't want to victimize them. So she's just going to let them victimize more women.
They're probably doing it to their kids.
This is real, by the way.
You ignorant, you know what? I cannot
I know, you can't
with these
even believe
women.
it.
It is inconceivable. They are mentally deranged.
Yep. This is just full on crazy and there's
my
no
God.
getting around it. You've probably heard about the nurse, I think in Florida, her name is Lexi Lawler. And when she heard that Caroline Levitt was pregnant, she's a labor and delivery nurse. And when she heard that Caroline Levitt was pregnant, she posted this video, which is just so disgusting that you can't even believe that a healthcare professional would post it. But
as a labor and delivery nurse, it gives me great joy to wish Caroline Levitt a 4th degree tear. I hope that you fucking rip from bow to stern and never shit normally again, you cunt.
She was fired promptly by the Baptist Health of South Florida. And they said the comments made in a social media video by a nurse at one of our facilities do not reflect our values or the standards we expect of healthcare professionals. Following a prompt review, the individual is no longer employed by our health system. We respect, blah, blah, blah. We're committed, blah, blah, blah. So they fired her and she's doubling down.
Yeah.
She is doubling the fuck down.
Making all sorts of money on that doubling down. Because
Are you serious?
Yeah, because this is the thing. Like, you start a GoFundMe. One of these broads starts a GoFundMe. She and her husband's even worse than her. He runs some sort of organization. They're like super political now. And and this is what happens. Bad behavior, especially from the left, they reap the benefits financially. This is what happens.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
She's making all sorts of money now because she put that out there and the left is like, oh my God, she's our hero. Because she said those things. She's an awful, disgusting demon of a person. So let's give her some money. And that's precisely what's happened.
Wow. Well, I know that they're looking to potentially revoke her nursing license. So according to Libs of TikTok, Attorney General of Florida has responded to the post about her saying all the things, and they're calling for the Florida Board of Nursing to pull her nursing license. But if she's making money as a whatever it is now, I guess that won't matter. Here she is after being fired, doubling down.
So they just murdered a man in Minnesota. They murdered a man in Minnesota, and you motherfuckers are coming after me because I use bad language.
Oh my God.
Fuck you. I'm on the right side of this. Fuck you.
These people are
That's
psycho.
Yeah, she's completely psycho. And that's not why people went after you. It's not because of the bad language, you psycho. That's not why. My God.
They don't get it. They don't.
It's because you wished harm on her.
Right.
You
As
lunatic.
a labor and delivery nurse.
Right.
What in the hell? Of course her
just-
license should be pulled.
Wow. And I got to tell you, like, it makes me scared to even, anytime I go get some sort of a procedure done in a medical facility and people go, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm in communications.
Yeah, I've started saying the same thing.
I have a communications company. That's what I say because I am terrified.
It's why we don't want to get any more like known than we already are. You
don't
know
want
what I mean?
people
Like,
to
this is
recognize me.
enough.
Don't ever want people to recognize me because you just don't know. Because listen, half the country is psychotic at this point. And if they're working in
100%.
healthcare or if they're teachers, I mean, we got kids. I'm afraid of that stuff. They are psycho. Conservatives don't do this. Conservatives don't. Conservatives will treat you in a
Of course
healthcare
they will.
facility. They don't care who you are. They don't. They're not demonic like this biatch. If you come into a facility and you're hurt, they don't care who you are. They will treat a demon. They don't care because that is what they're there to do. When I was a professor, I didn't ask what people's political affiliations were. I just taught them. That was my
Right.
job. My God.
Of course. Hope Walz is continuing to post things. And now she is suggesting that Minnesota is on the right side of history on this issue because they're the only state to have not voted for Ronald Reagan.
I have gotten a lot of people asking why I think Trump is targeting Minnesota. And one of the big reasons is because Minnesota's never wrong. We are the only state that never voted for Ronald Reagan. And that is something that I think many Minnesotans, including me, are proud of. If you know me, you know that I have major beef with Ronald Reagan. He is like the root, well, nothing's ever the root. The root is like all of the things long hundreds and hundreds of years ago. But a lot of the issues we see today started with that man, and Minnesota never voted for him. And history is going to look kindly upon the state of Minnesota for that. So yeah, that's one of the reasons Minnesota's never wrong.
Hey, do you know your dad's a thief? You know?
Oh my God. I
it's-
cannot wait for the fraud to be connected to him.
I know.
I just can't wait.
And the
I
orange
just-
jumpsuit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
The audacity
looking
of her
forward
to
to
talk about Ronald Reagan.
Right?
Of all people. Okay. Good God.
All right.
Hope Walz.
Let's do the opposite and hear from some
Please.
smart, common sense folks. This is a woman, I'm not sure of her name, but she's talking about, she's in Louisiana, and she is aware that there have been ICE missions conducted in the state of Louisiana, and she has noticed things aren't going like they are in Minneapolis.
You know what I find kind of interesting? ICE just left Louisiana. They were there on a 30-day mission, whatever you call it, their job. They did what they went to do. They got their guys. They did their search warrants. They did all that. There was no protest. There was no major fatalities. There was one incident that was taken care of. You want to know what the difference is between Louisiana and Minnesota? They don't have Frytrap and Tampon Tim throwing all this crazy rhetoric out there about things that aren't true just because they want to line their pockets with our taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
Bingo.
They're distracting. They're distracting from the fraud. And you know what? It's like the people are eating up the propaganda, just like they ate it up during COVID. The weak-minded are eating it up. You can see who's doing it, and then you can see who's not. We all know who they are.
I mean, it's so obvious, so obvious.
Yeah.
This was an interesting idea from someone who has some common sense also.
I think Donald Trump should tell everyone who came in this country illegally that if they vote Republican, he will give them citizenship. And watch how fast the Democrats want them out of the country.
Right? That would be an interesting tactic. That would
Yep.
be an interesting tactic.
Totally.
I mean, Democrats don't mind it when illegals vote, so why should we, I guess?
Yeah, exactly.
We can make that arrangement.
Yeah.
Here is a lady who is just sick and tired of the Minneapolis garbage, and she's got a very unique way of talking about it.
It's like Minnesota is our crackhead cousin. You know, she was out in the street acting a darn fool a few years ago.
Right.
And so we grabbed her up and sent her to the George Floyd Rehab Center. And we thought she was doing well. We thought she was rehabilitated. But no. Turns out she was stealing from us. Yeah, we have to hide our purses from her now because she's so fraudulent. It's just full of fraud, you know, like a crackhead.
Yep.
Yeah, she's back out in the street acting a darn fool. Yeah, she's out there just looking for a hit, like Renee Good. So sad.
She's right.
Patient center. Back then, she was selling her body to BLM, but now she's selling herself to pirates. Oh, it just gets worse and worse.
Oh my God, it does. She's so 100% correct. Minnesota.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that so much.
Crack.
All right. Next up, and I apologize, I am using a new video editing program and I don't know it as well as the old one. This video has a person talking about leaving the United States because of everything that's going on, and a person also responding to that. And the volume is not the same. So I don't know what to do. I couldn't fix it. I wanted to fix it. I couldn't fix it. So just, I'm warning you that this is kind of up and down, but it's
Like
definitely
we know.
worth the watch.
We know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to see liberal logic in real time?
I am leaving this country, the United States, in 213 days. And I am spending day after day researching schools, where to live, how to afford this, visas, taxes, everything.
So you understand that there is a process to go into another country then, right?
With what they're doing to immigrants, with what we are doing to other countries.
Okay, so it's okay for other countries to do it and you're going to go to them, but when we do it, it's wrong?
Right.
I can't be here anymore. I can't breathe here.
So you're okay with doing all the steps necessary to move to another country because we're enforcing those same laws that we've always had?
I also empathize with the countries that are being inundated with immigrants. I am sorry.
So you're sorry because you understand that it causes issues, but you don't mind putting that on another country because you're angry that this country is trying to fix that problem?
I'm not trying to ask anyone to assimilate to me. Okay, I am moving and I expect to fully have to assimilate into that culture.
You do?
As much as I possibly can.
Really?
So you understand that you should assimilate when you move to another country, but you're angry that people are coming here and not assimilating, and we're trying to fix that.
For 1 second, understand why people are leaving.
Totally fine with you leaving, but it's a little hard to understand where the disconnect comes in, that it's okay for all the other countries to have these laws, but the fact that we are enforcing these laws finally after not under the last administration, it's a problem.
We're literally escaping fascism.
Oh my God.
Okay. You're brainwashed. I get it now. Well, good luck with your travels.
Yeah. Good
They
luck
don't
being
even get
mentally
it.
ill. Good luck
They
being
just don't
mentally ill in
see
another
it.
country. I hope they provide the help that you need. You know,
God, I mean,
let's hope
it's
you're
just-
going.
There's no
I hope she goes to
None.
North Korea. I hope it's North Korea that she's going to. Good luck with that. You'll eat grass as a vegetable. It'll be great.
And she's doing all the right things. You know, she's looking into visas.
213 days.
days. She's going to assimilate. She's probably going to
Every
learn the
day.
language.
Yeah,
She's going to
of
do all the right
course.
things. And
She's
yet,
gonna melt.
It's not connecting. She's not connecting those dots.
She's gonna melt right in there and not break any laws. Interesting how she's gonna do that. Good Lord.
We also have reaction to this whole hullabaloo from Xavier. Walk with him, won't you?
Let's walk.
Are you kidding me, dude?
No one is effing kidding, but they are FAFOing. Now walk with me. Another ICE agent had to stop a criminal from killing them. So now here comes George Floyd Cella part 67 with left-wing media pretending that the hoodlum was unarmed, but per usual, that was a lie. And don't you dare point a finger at ICE until you're ready to admit that by fighting ICE, you were actually protecting people like Kenneth Guzman, the illegal crustacean arrested in Georgia a few days ago for raping an 11-year-old girl at knife point in front of her mom and 10-year-old sister. There is a clear villain to this narrative, and I promise you it's not ICE nor the conservatives who support them. Because in 2026, we are sending you criminals back to your hellholes. Don't get in the way and you won't get shot.
He's so right. He's 100% correct.
Side-eye.
I do too. I do
It's
too.
so good. And then we also have reaction from new friend Goth Daddy, who is doing some political speaking, and I am here for it.
This is a very highly charged emotional situation that is being purposefully exacerbated by these leftist agitators, okay? They are responsible for getting ICE agents in these positions. If mistakes are made because of the high emotional tension, it's because they created these environments. You also need to remember that in situations where a fucking gun is there, shit can go from 1 to 100 in the blink of an eye. If this guy was fucking shot and the gun was out of his hands, the way the ICE officer acts here, it definitely seems like he thought this was the right fucking choice to make. And you can't say that these leftists aren't fucking complicit in this, because they are. They are responsible for the situation in the fucking first place. I'm going to propose something here, okay? This is just based on what we're seeing. Like, I'm not going to say this is fact. I'm just going to say this is what I think has happened. There's the gun in the hand. He gets the gun away. He moves away. This guy is in the way. The shooting ICE agent doesn't fucking see that. You don't see him react to the gun being taken away. That's about when he draws the weapon there. He thinks he's just broken free with the gun that he thinks he still has. Yeah, so he has a reason to think the guy's armed, yeah. I'm speculating. This is my perspective. This is not fact. I'm just saying this is potentially what could have been the case. An ICE agent in these tense times is not going to frivolously drop a guy with his gun, okay? He's not going to do it for no fucking reason. He's only going to do it if he thought there was a reason. He didn't see this guy run off with the protester's gun. He thinks that the protester got the gun, but that's when he opened fire.
You can't blame how they're going to react in these hyper chaotic situations. You can't.
Yeah, and all the keyboard warriors who think that they would do it differently. It's like the whole Renee Good stuff. They're all like, "Oh, but I mean, he didn't have to do it that way." Really? If you were going to get hit by a car, would you have acted? Give me a break. Like they all act like they know what they would do in that situation in their warm home in front of their computer. Shut up. Just shut up. Also, where is Goth Daddy from? Like his accent, I can't figure it out. Can you figure it out?
I don't know.
He has kind of
I don't know.
Like an affect to his voice, and I can't figure out where he's from. You guys have any
there
idea?
is something not 100% American.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Maybe people are like asking us to get him on the show. Maybe we will.
Can somebody get rid of John Balls? Seriously.
I just did. I'm doing it
Quit
again.
calling me the C word. Like say
so
something
tired.
original.
That's
Lord.
all they've got. That's
I know,
all they've got.
right? It's like, oh, that really hurts. It stings the 100th time you've said it.
We're going to go ahead and pencil in some time on our calendar to worry about your opinion of us.
Yeah. I mean, it's really original there, John Balls.
All right, we do need to get to other news. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a really long show. So we have other news to get to, and one of the headlines is that JDVance spoke at the March for Life, and so Matt Walsh even commented about the speech. I don't want to get into playing a bunch of the clips. Go listen to the speech. It was very, very good. And Matt said, in my entire life, we have never had anyone in the White House who would ever talk about abortion in these terms or even talk about it at all. If you're conservative and you can't appreciate this, I don't know what to tell you. You're just determined to be mad no matter what. This is great stuff from Vance.
I agree.
So
I totally agree.
Take a listen to it if you get a chance.
It's great.
Now, it was interesting that JDVance went after like a very favored person by Trump, Laura Loomer, and said, because she tweeted, "Why is the GOP pushing more abortion messaging in a midterm election year?" And JDVance did not like that and said, "The president literally sent a video to the March for Life today and encouraged me to accept their invitation, which I was happy to do." It's interesting that some conservative influencers spend all their time attacking the administration and sowing division. It's disgraceful, actually, which is very interesting considering that he was very quick to go after her and yet doesn't say anything about Tucker
or
you know what I mean? or anybody else.
I don't even know. Is
Loomer,
is Candace considered a conservative influencer anymore? I don't even consider.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
consider
not.
that. But yeah, but Tucker, you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? Like this is like one of the White House. This is like one of Trump's faves. He loves Laura Loomer.
Yeah, he does.
So just thought that was really, really interesting.
It's very interesting, like that he chose to answer. He could have just not answered at all.
Yeah,
but he chose to.
He did. So like, what is it that will draw him out in one situation and not another? I don't know. I guess we just got to keep watching. But that I thought was interesting.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm glad that they're doing this, that they're active in this stuff. I think it's great. I mean,
for sure.
Listen, value life. It's the other side. Hard. This isn't hard. I teach my daughter to do that. Our kids value life. I mean, I just listen. The other side doesn't clearly, and there's a line, and I think it's okay to draw that line.
Yes,
it's totally
important to draw that line,
right?
For sure. There are rumors that Ted Cruz is going to make another run at the White House, which I don't think he has a chance, given that it could be potentially JDVance or Marco Rubio or any number of other people. Ted Cruz, I'm sorry, but like, we're just not that into you. I think that's right. Clear.
I didn't hear that he's going to do that, but wow.
There's rumors. And so now Axios has apparently uncovered this audio from last summer of Ted Cruz ripping on Trump and the tariffs specifically. Yikes. So I don't know. I don't have the audio. I just have the reporting about it from Axios. And I know you don't have to read this, I promise.
Okay, good. Thank you, Jesus.
But essentially, he called Vance a pawn of Tucker Carlson, which I don't necessarily disagree with at this point, but this was a 10-minute total audio, and he was basically trying to position himself against the Vances of the world, and this is going to be his strategy. And he said that after Trump introduced the tariffs in April, he and a few other senators had a call with him in which they said, don't do it, stand down. He said it was a very lengthy call, stretched past midnight, and that it did not go well, and that what Trump's response to him was F you, Ted.
Yes. Okay. Listen, I think I know that there's stuff with Vance that's just sort of questionable and weird right now with the whole Tucker. Just let Rubio be the guy. Just let him be the guy.
So much easier.
He's competent. He's doing like 18 jobs right now successfully. Just let him do the job. Let him do it.
I would love that. I would love that. We'll see how it all plays out.
He needs to be the guy. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the reason for my name today is because that absolute muppet of a congressman, Shri Thanadar, wants you to know that he is anti-ICE and he wants to abolish them. And here he is being a muppet to tell you.
I'm voting hell no on additional funding for ICE. ICE must not be funded. Okay. They are a rogue agency. They are terrorizing our citizens, our cities. I will not fund them. No funding for ICE.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Come again. You guys, he's not a real person.
He's not a real person.
He's not real. That MFer isn't real. He's not.
I just cannot.
I can't even take it seriously. There's no way. People elected them? Come on.
Michigan. What are you doing?
Michigan.
What are you doing? Oh my God.
You're drunk. Go home.
And then meanwhile, as you know, we've heard from a number of people who have obviously and rightly said, we voted, 77 million of us voted to get illegals out
of here. Right.
Meanwhile, we've got the commie in New York City saying, hey, you know what we should all pay for? Childcare for illegals. Here's Zohran.
These are programs for every single New Yorker.
No.
These are not programs that are going to ask the immigration status of any one of the children. All of those children are New Yorkers. They should all be enrolled in pre-K and 3K, no matter where they were born or where they come from.
Nope. This is crazy. This is crazy. Why do you want to spend your money on that? New Yorkers, what are you doing?
New York.
What in the world? Oh my God.
They voted for it. This is the thing. You get the government you deserve. And they got Islamo-communism. So,
and even Bill Maher is saying, he is saying this, enough of this Democrat socialist nonsense. Zohran is a full-on commie.
He is.
Here's Bill to explain how he knows that.
Democrats seem to be having this debate whether or not Maher Mamdani is a socialist or a democratic socialist. Let me settle it. He's a straight-up communist.
Yes.
How do I know this? Well, I'm reading between the lines when one of his major advisors says, elect more communists, which is fine.
Hello.
It's fine. It's a belief system. He's allowed to believe it, and people are allowed to vote for it. But if liberals deny it, like he's just going through a goth phase, they're going to lose more elections. This is not a communist country.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
this is
can
the
you
thing.
believe he has to say that out loud?
Right. And why would they deny it? Why would they deny it? You guys want it. You love
own
it. They exactly own it. It's like the girls who are slutty, you know? I have more respect for you if you just say, you know what? I am a slut. Just be a slut. If you're going to be a slut, don't deny it.
Right.
You know? It's like, this is the thing. Democrats are slutty girls. That's the thing. They're the girls who, and they're like, no, I'm not. You are. You're communists. That's what you are now. You're a crazy bitch whore. They just need to embrace it at this point because we all know what they are. We all know that they're communists. Just say we're the party of communism. Right. Embrace it.
There's a guy by the name, well, he's going by the name Bree Pham, and he is running for Congress in Virginia. He apparently used to be in the Space Force, and this is what he looks like. He's been fired from the Space
Never
Force.
intended to run for public office. After 9/11, my country called. I served 23 years wearing the flag on my shoulder, reaching the rank of colonel. But then Donald Trump fired me, not for my performance, but because of who I am.
Too close.
And too many Americans are afraid of what the federal government will do to them instead of being confident in what it can do for them. So that's why I'm running for Congress, to make opportunity affordable, to protect our basic rights, and ensure we have a government that works for you. I'm not going to run away from my oath to the Constitution. Virginia, my name is Bree Pham, and it would be my honor to fight for you. Join me at teambree.com.
You know, Tim McBride is like, yay.
I don't at any time remember calling him and saying you should run. He's like, my country called. Did you guys call him? Because I didn't.
I don't even.
I
have
didn't
his
call
number,
him.
so
I never called him. I never has.
It wasn't me.
Didn't have his number either. I didn't call.
Last Friday, we talked about the fact that the Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny is going to be like an ode, a tribute to queer people. So he's going to wear a dress. And we were wondering, is there still a TPUSA like counterpart to this? And I'm happy to report that apparently there is. Jack Posobiec said the TPUSA halftime show is going to be so good. Wish I could talk more about it, but it is going to be so good.
Also,
so I guess we'll be hearing more about that.
Don't you think normal gay people, because there are normal gay people, we have a lot here.
Yeah.
Don't you think they're like, I don't want Bad Bunny to like do this, you know?
Yeah.
Can we just
normal gays for sure.
Can we just not and like live our lives? You know what I mean? It's like pride marches. They don't want that either.
Right. They're
like,
so stupid.
Shut up, Bad Bunny. I think all the
Why is
normal
that your
gays are like,
name?
just stop it.
Stop it. For real. So I don't know the name of this Somali chick that claims to have been injured in some sort of incident, whatever. Now she's become like the face of Somali people in Minnesota.
Oh.
She is such an idiot.
This is the bananas and rice girl.
This is the bananas and rice girl.
Yeah.
Except that this is the Bananas and Rice Girl with a special appearance by Lyle Culpepper, who, of course, we absolutely adore.
Yes.
And you'll hear from him at the end. He's encouraging her. This is not, by the way, the only like AI part of this is his presence in the video.
Yeah.
But what she is saying has not been modified at all. This is
Not altered.
absolutely what she said, not altered. I can't even believe this is a real person, but here she is.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali
Well, that's
and
the
what it
banana
means
thing.
to be
Do the
American.
banana
but
rice thing.
It's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like
Bananas.
the bananas and rice.
Yeah.
You know, people don't really see like, you know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice,
Right.
but That's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
Thank you, Molly, for that incredibly articulate metaphor. I think we all feel the bananas and rice. Obviously, Molly was brought up in one of our quality learning centers.
Yeah.
And that's what you're taking away from the people of the great state of Minnesota.
Totally.
When you defund education in the Somali community. Analogies like that. And funding is kind of like bananas and rice. Because you have to have the banana to fund the rice part of it.
Right.
And if you don't have the rice, it's like a banana and rice. Did not realize how difficult this would be. Analogies are actually really hard.
They are.
I love him so much.
Her 50 IQ, man. It's working for her.
That inbreeding does wonders.
Really does.
Completely unrelated, but absolutely terrifying. You guys remember the CEO of Pfizer? I forget his name. It's like Borla or Borsla or Borson or something like that.
Yeah,
no,
something
Borson
like that.
is the cheese, right? It's the cheese. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So he was at the World Economic Forum and he's talking about an electronic tracking pill. Listen to what he says in this short clip and you're going to get the shivers, I promise.
FDA approved the first electronic pill, if I can call it like that. It is basically biological chip that it is in the tablet. And once you take the tablet and dissolves into your stomach, sends a signal that you took the tablet.
Oh.
So imagine the applications of that, compliance.
But
Imagine the compliance implications.
I don't know about
What?
y'all, but that to me sounds like Mark of the Beast. I'm gonna stay away from that. Anything with
my
any
God.
chips or any sort of tracking device, you can F all the way off. No.
Wow.
All the no's.
Thank you, but no.
Compliance. Oh my
Somebody
God.
said that that's old. I don't know. I thought it
don't
was
know.
from this most recent world.
Not-
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Does it
Doesn't-
matter?
Doesn't
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He said it.
Right.
A pill
That is
that
the
is a
thing that they're
tracking.
working on.
Thank you, but no, Pfizer. No.
Speaking of big fat nose, this apparently happened over the weekend. Alex Honnold, did a world record tower climb. He's a tower climber without using any
Oh my
safety
God.
gear whatsoever.
This was unbelievable to me. I
Oh
had to
my
make sure
God.
it wasn't AI. I had to make sure this was
Yeah,
real.
no, it's real. It's 100% real. Terrifying. He's without gear.
Nothing. Oh my God. I can't even look at that. I can't. You guys.
Alex Honnold has made history again.
Oh my God. You guys. How did he get down? How did he get down?
Oh my God. I don't know. That's just the biggest
so
nope.
many no's. I'm so uncomfortable watching that.
I know.
You guys, I have two big fears: heights and mediocrity. Heights is my biggest fear. I can't.
It just, and then watch it. Some of the videos of him doing the climb were just like how he figures out where to grab. Oh my God.
And they
It
said that was probably one of
horrifying.
his easiest climbs because he's climbed
my
so
God.
many other things. I was like, thank you.
I just
no.
feel like he's going to run out of lives. You
He
know what I
is.
mean? Like he's going to run out.
One of these days. Yep.
No, absolutely not.
And you know what the thing is, Mock? He didn't have to do that.
Right. He did it willingly.
Nobody told him to do it.
voluntarily.
He just did it because he wanted to.
Yeah. He just
Oh my
climbs.
God.
He just climbs.
Yeah.
One of my biggest fears is Possum Lady. And we have a clip of her and her silent trans partner talking about
yes.
evangelical Christians and how basically evil they are. Listen,
Yes.
I will allow that the televangelist rich weirdos who basically scam money from old people, they are horrible.
Yeah.
But she is describing like Erica Kirk and people who follow evangelical Christianity. This is disgusting. These women are.
She's talking about Mike Huckabee.
Yeah, I mean, come on. This is just so gross.
About the Erica Kirks, the Life Church, the Joel Osteen of it all, and their desire to accumulate wealth while hoodwinking their flock into thinking they're super moral. This is a cancer. White Evangelical Christianity is a cancer. These are the worst of our country. These are the worst people in our country because they use their religion in two ways, as a weapon and as a shield. They weaponize it whenever they want to and say, we're on the moral high ground. You're a lesbian. You deserve to die. You're a lesbian. The cops shouldn't have revived you. Oh, your parents are Mexicans and they brought you over here. Yeah, you should go to jail and eat worm food. And then when you call them out on it, oh my God, they're after the Christians. How dare they? How dare they? We're so oppressed. White Christians are so oppressed in this country. And they want it both ways because in the religion, that duplicity is taught. You can be morally duplicitous. You thrive in cognitive dissonance. And so this is just a massive, massive problem. And it should come as no surprise to anyone that of this cult that I'm talking about, white evangelicals, I think over 80% went and voted triple trumped.
She just learned the phrase cognitive dissonance. She learned it. She's like, I'm going to use it. I have no idea what it means, but I'm going to use it. Oh my God. She hates Christians. She just really, really hates Christians. And the silent trans woman or whatever that is, I don't know. Is that a woman, man? We don't know yet. The jury's still out. The silent trans, the mute trans, it was an actual Christian at one point and then left Christianity to hang out with Possum Lady. And she has the audacity to say that Christians are all about making money. What do you think you're doing, Possum?
Well, and then why all these examples that she's giving? Oh, you're lesbian. You deserve to eat worm food or whatever.
Your parents are Mexican.
Me the quote. Yeah. Find me the quote where somebody actually said that.
Yes,
give us.
So stupid. That's the thing. You ask them for examples and specifics, they can't give them to you. This is all in her brain. And the white thing, she's so fixated on race. Why are all these liberal?
I don't know if she's noticed that.
Why are all these liberal women so fixated on race? It's weird. It's almost as if they're racist.
So last Friday, I guess we talked about the whole Miss Rachel debacle, and it continues to rage on. And so remember, it ended with her apologizing for liking something, but then this super pro-Palestinian terror group suggested that Israel had posted the original comment, and she was like, oh, and so then she looked like a complete dumbass for doing that.
Right.
Well, now she has offered an excuse for doing that, and you guys, she is an idiot. I had no idea that she was this dumb, but read what she wrote about how that happened.
Oh my God. I need to move slower. I made mistakes and misunderstood because I'm human. I also am changing how I engage with comments in social media. I'm very sorry that I misread that comment and pinned it and said, oh, I'm sorry I didn't understand what it was saying. I'm sorry I didn't click on that account to see it was anti-Semitic. I'm sorry that I accidentally liked the original comment. I've been praying a lot and thinking about how I am blessed to have God in my family and friends and people who have understood that obviously this was an accident. And so many of you. I have my own peace of mind in knowing it was an accident. What's beautiful about God is that life is so tricky and painful and you can be so misunderstood and attacked, but God's peace never changes. It's beyond the roller coaster of the world. That's where I'm dwelling. In our family, I point out my mistakes and let my kids know they can make mistakes and we can figure anything out together. I think when we hold everyone to standards where they can't make honest mistakes, it makes people stay more silent in the face of injustice. And I'm not going to do that. Silence in the face of injustice might also cause me to be more loved and for people to watch the show, but I'm not going to do that either. I'm always going to speak out for kids whose human rights are being violated. What the hell is she talking about? I would stop being Miss Rachel if I didn't see how I'm helping kids and if my calling from God wasn't helping kids, so I'm going to show up.
So maybe just don't do social media since you are a complete retard about it.
Yeah,
Ms. Rachel.
I don't know if I believe her.
I know, it's just more excuses.
I just don't. She talked in a bunch of circles there and I just don't. And listen, again, that woman is making like $50 million
a year.
A year. And this is, again, an example of where some stupid, absolute imbecile, anti-Semitic imbecile is being rewarded.
Mm-hmm.
And that bothers me. It just bothers me. That's all.
Has anybody told her about Zohran yet?
Right, because you're like just buddy with her. It wasn't just one example. There were like 4 examples where she showed her anti-Semitism. So I'm not buying what she's selling.
Exactly.
Maybe with that 50 million, she can hire a PR team or a social media team or somebody that can handle that for her if she is in fact that retarded.
There's a woman that does impersonations of her that is so perfect. You guys are going to love this.
Hi, friends. Today's letter is M for Mom Donnie. Yay!
Right.
Mom Donnie is
My God.
brown, right? Which is better than white. Good. We're decriminalizing prostitution. We're decriminalizing prostitution. If Timmy has 2 houses and DeAndre has none, what should Timmy do? I know. Give him his houses, right?
So true. Like, why do people watch that garbage? Why do people let their kids watch that garbage? Do people know what their kids are watching?
Yeah, you should really know what
You
your
should
kids
probably
are
know
watching.
that.
All right, we need to talk about what a colossal a-hole Andrew Tate is. I've got a few clips. I cannot believe that there are people that listen to him unironically. You know what I mean?
On purpose, with purpose, right?
Yes, it's just incredible. So he and his brother Tristan have multiple children with multiple women. And that to me is just gross. Like, I don't even know who to be more mad at, them or the women that allow themselves to be treated in the way that they describe. So this first example, Andrew Tate was asked, how do you want your daughters treated? Okay. What if a daughter of yours in the future comes to you and says, Daddy, my husband is cheating on me. Here's how he says he would respond to that daughter.
Older guy, 45, 46, gives her a house, gives her a fucking Bentley, gets her pregnant, and gives me grandchildren. And if she comes to me and goes, Dad, what? My husband cheated on me. I'm gonna say, are you in the big mansion? Are you driving a Bentley? Okay, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. He's taking care of you. If he stops paying your bills, if he stops protecting you, then come to me. But if you are completely protected and provided for, keep giving me grandchildren. Because that is the best thing you can do with your life. I'm rich. Your man's rich. You don't need to make money. That's a waste of time. You don't need a fucking Birkin. You don't need a TikTok account. You don't need an Instagram account. Don't sell pussy for pennies. Stop being an idiot and give me grandkids. That's what I truly hope for my own daughters.
It's absolutely disgusting. Wow. His whole persona is materialism, and he's just so vile to me. Everything about this guy is so bad. And everything about him is like seeking internet validation and materialism, and he's just the most I just think he's such an insecure piece of shit.
Yeah. I
And
don't
he's
know
gonna
how else to explain how gross he is.
He's so gross. And that's the only way I can describe him. I'm sorry. He's just like he's going to have to answer for all of this one day. He will. I mean, that's the thing. I know that a bunch of low IQ dudes and women think that he's so great. And they're like, oh my God, he's just so awesome. And he preached the truth. And like the Tuckers of the world give him a platform and think he's great. And he's like some sort of alpha male. That's not alpha. That is not my idea of alpha at all. Telling women that the best thing in their life could be to breed and get money. Seriously? No.
Yeah. And he, of course, neither of the brothers will ever actually have a wife or like a nuclear family. They just view their jobs as spreading their seed essentially around a bunch of women. And he was asked about that. Like, why don't you just have like one woman? And here's what he said.
Yeah. And then dudes just don't get it. And then they're like, yeah, but man, that's crazy. So why do you want kids with all these women? Why would I let one random female I meet decide how many children I have? Why would I limit my genetic progeny? Why would I limit my echo into eternity? Because one random chick I meet is gonna cry. To me, it's flabbergasting that other men aren't thinking the same. Yeah. I had kids with you. I love you very much. I had kids with her. Why? Because I could. And I'm a man. And men procreate. Because I'm the big gorilla. I shouldn't tell this because this is...
Well, he is a Muslim, right? I mean, he converted to Islam in 2022. So that explains at least some of his behavior, especially towards women and his complete disrespect of them.
And I mean, they're both absolutely vile. In fact, he told a story about Tristan, who again has a zillion kids with a zillion different women. And one of the women heard that he took another one of the women out to dinner and she was really mad. And this is what happened.
No. Tristan has double-digit children from a whole bunch of women. And anyway, he got this new girlfriend, and she was a little haughty from, can't remember, Estonia or something, or Lithuania, one of them countries. Some beautiful girl, and he was hanging around with her all the time, blah, blah, blah. And he took her to a restaurant, and I remember we were at the house, and his baby mama calls, and he answers, and she's like, I see you with this girl out. This Tristan's like, fucking, is this why you called me? What the fuck is this? And she goes, why you don't take me out to the restaurant? You know I wanted to go to that restaurant. I sent you the link to that restaurant, and you took her. Tristan goes, you really want to go on a date? She goes, yes, I want to go on a date. And he goes, I don't date women with kids.
Oh my God.
Can you, and these women that are choosing these guys, what are they thinking?
Yeah. And this is who Candace is friends with and who Tucker and Candace, they like elevate this guy. It's gross.
It is so gross.
Vile.
Speaking of Candace, the Daily Wire has put out another video and it's just the end of it. Sent me, oh my God. So of course we talked last week about the fact that TPUSA sent her a cease and desist letter. And now here is Daily Wire's new response on her show. You know, they use her old social media platform, the Candace Owens podcast or show or whatever. And here's what they posted.
I'm a lawyer. Welcome to episode 19 of Law for All. This episode, we will cover cease and desist basics. A cease and desist letter is a formal written notice requesting someone stop an activity. The cease part means, hey, stop that. And the desist means don't do that anymore in the future starting now. In most cases, a cease and desist letter is not a court order. It is typically sent by an attorney and identifies the conduct at issue, the legal basis for the claim, and the requested action. For instance, off the top of my head, if a former company or corporation that you conducted business with asks you to stop making public insinuations, allegations, or dream interpretations of conspiracy to kill or cover up the killing of an employee, the correct way to ask them to stop would be through a cease and desist letter. Receiving a cease and desist letter does not necessarily establish liability. However, continuing the conduct, or double downing as we lawyers say, would be ill-advised, or as you laymen say, I know. Ya know?
Disclaimer, this is not legal advice. Always seek counsel from personal attorneys. Always blame interns for bad legal moves. Dreams are not admissible in court. Doubling downing may or may not be a real term. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a former furniture salesman now addicted to collecting vintage Victorian dolls. This entire video has been a bath salt-induced hallucination, not legal advice. Again, not a real lawyer.
It's a no-no, you know? It's what it is.
I mean, I love these videos so much.
They're the greatest.
Hilarious thing. I loved this too. Uh-oh, am I frozen?
You were frozen. You're back.
Is it me?
You're back. You're back.
Is it me?
No, you're fine. You're back
Okay.
now.
Look at this.
We don't
nay, but we neigh. Hooray!
Oh my God, it's the greatest.
Oh my God, so good.
Great.
So there's a new account that is now tracking so many people, and I feel like we were one of the original OGs on.
I think so too.
Pointing out the fact that she cannot pronounce basic words.
We're never gonna get credit, Mox.
We're
Just
never
give
gonna
it
get
up.
I mean, we did this weeks ago. We talked about this, but now there's like a whole Twitter account saying, you know, Candace can't read words. And lots and lots of people are making the videos about this, but I had not heard this particular example. And I thought it was worth sharing that she does not know how to say blitzkrieg. And this is how she says it.
Laughed out loud. Everybody uses the term blitzkrieg. And the NFL football team say blitzkrieg. What? Yes, it relates back to Germany. It's a bombardment strategy. So that's why we use it when you're going to bombard. And so I called it Blitzkrieg Week because we're just...
Is it three syllables?
German words. You can't even say blitz means lightning. Krieg means war. Last I checked, people are still allowed to speak German. And last I checked, everybody uses the terminology blitz, blitzkrieg.
What?
Washington Post certainly does when they're describing things that's happening at the White House.
Even Nick, did you see Nick Fuentes notice it? Did you see that he noticed it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He
was pretty funny about it too.
And I hate that I laughed at what he said
I know.
too, because he was like, "Bitch, it's not an omelet." But I was like, God, I hate that I'm laughing at Nick Fuentes. Like this
I know.
She's making me do that, so I'm mad at her for making me laugh at Nick Fuentes. Stop it, Candace. Stop it.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure there'll be more examples because they are just never. Oh, and another recent one is green beret. She calls them green berets.
She cannot say words. Macabre.
She can't.
What is it? Is it
It's macabre.
Macabre. That's
Macabre.
right. Macabre.
That's like the worst one I think of all.
God, she cannot say
So
words.
egregious.
She reads a lot of books, though. She does. She reads a lot of
She's
books.
very well read.
Mhm, she
All
is.
right, it's time for some fun things, and
it.
these I'm assuming sisters have new bathing suits that they plan to wear on their family cruise.
Yay.
And they are hilarious.
I'm starting to freak out because we have to go and
We thought this would be hilarious for like family vacation.
Oh my God, I love them. I love these girls.
I know.
I need to be friends with
But like
them.
today, we're going on an excursion with like
Our
other
cousins,
families,
our grandparents.
like tons of other people like getting off the island. I feel
Oh
like
my
we should
God.
save this for like tomorrow when we're on the ship. So like if mom like does like actually stroke out because like
Oh my God.
like they're like
The back. I love them so much.
like then at least we can
I
change.
love them.
If we need to change, come on, we have to change.
Oh my God. I love them.
I know.
That is the
They're
greatest.
so darling. So darling. So I have found an account, or he keeps showing up in my algorithm, this guy that has goats, like the kind that will like try to headbutt you, like the, you know, like the
Yes.
horns and like the mean ones.
Yes.
And people keep sending him suggestions for how he can next take on the headbutting goats.
Mhm.
He's not doing particularly well. Here is an example of one of the suggestions that people had for him to tackle the goats.
Welcome to round 16. Comments don't think I can jump 2 goats with a pogo stick. Let's see
Oh
who's
my
boss. He broke my pogo stick. That sucked. What's next?
My God.
I mean, people put him in like one of those plastic balls.
Yes, that
and like
was my
he
favorite.
shot across the pasture.
My absolute favorite. I mean, goats will always win. They are always going to win.
Yeah, he's not going to beat the goats. He's just
ever.
not. Speaking of which, this was somebody's vacation where they are trying to relax.
First time in the hot tub, out in the country, and the neighbor's goat.
Hey, can I come in? Hey.
Hi, that looks fun. What are you doing?
Hello.
What are you
I
doing
love
there?
goats. I really do. The only reason that we don't have goats is because they get on top of cars and they
Yeah, they're
really
climbers.
ruin a lot of stuff. Yeah. But otherwise, I have them. They're really great.
They are climbers.
Yeah.
I appreciate my sister is one of these people where she rescues dogs that need so much help. Like, you know, like they have all the issues, surgeries,
mental
medications,
problems.
mental problems.
Right.
She is that person that's like, oh, is that one going to cost me $15,000 a year?
I'll take
Please
it.
let me have it. I'll take
I'll
it.
take 3. Yes. Uh-huh.
But never have I ever seen someone have a more wrecked pet than what you're about to see here. The reaction is hilarious.
So today it's time to get Turu ready for her vet appointment.
Has Turu ever been to the vet?
Oh.
Because if he ain't, it really probably ain't no need to take him no more. You might be a little late. His sleeves all rolled up, head sideways. I ain't even laughing. I'm just saying, you wasting your money. Turu done live all 9 of his lives.
Did you see his legs were all steel or something?
Shaved right
that?
here.
Is that shaved?
Probably
I
had
thought maybe he had-
IVs.
I thought maybe he had like titanium legs or something was going on there. I didn't know what was good. What's happening there? God bless
I
him.
think they were just shaved probably because he's had surgeries.
So many
and all kinds of
surgeries.
things. Oh my God, that
God bless him.
That poor thing. Another thing that keeps showing up in my algorithm, and maybe this is happening to everybody because my husband said that he's getting a lot of this too, are people doing impressions of owls.
Yes.
Sounding like you're getting those too?
Yes. I got
What is going on?
I got like an Indian British owl. I got, did you get that one?
I didn't get that one, but
It was
I've gotten
amazing.
so many. But this is my favorite one. This is an impersonation of an owl if it were Alan Rickman. You guys, it's so good. Oh my God.
This is my impression of an owl if the owl was Alan Rickman. Who?
I have to send you the one of it was a gay owl, a gay Indian owl. And it was perfection. It was so great. Like,
can you copy it? Can you replicate it?
Oh God, there's no way I could replicate.
Oh, you can't.
Okay. It was a little bit like, no, I can't do it.
I mean, it's a talent. These people have
talent. It is a talent. It was, I can't replicate it. I could try and I'll fail, but it was fantastic. It was everything.
I mean, tell me that didn't sound exactly like Alan
Totally
Rickman.
like Alan Rickman. It was.
And the
great.
buildup was so good. Like, you
I
could
know,
see
we were
him
all
just filling himself up with the character.
What's he gonna say? Yeah.
Yeah, it was so
it was
good.
great.
All right. And then lastly, we have a dog who is a bit of a diva. And I just thought this was cute.
Oh, the baby. That's for you. That's for you. Every day. Come on. I want more. Hello. You're not done.
I'm going to square up. I'm squaring
not
up.
Done. Not done, servant. Come on.
So mad.
Every day in my house. I love him. He's so mad.
He's so mad.
I love him. What's his name? Oh, it just says Diva. It says Diva on the collar.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the name.
It does. It says Diva. That's what it said. And she is a diva.
I just love that so much. All right.
awesome.
I have some thank yous on locals. Judy Flood said, good morning. Stay warm and safe.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Linda K. in Reno said, the picture of the politician Dave Snyder is not the politician Dave Snyder. It is my cousin's husband, Dave Snyder, not a politician, only the same common name. This is a dangerous mistake made by that right group that posted it, Right Angle News Network. The family has now had to go into hiding. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I didn't even the focus of that screenshot wasn't even on him. It was really just all the different politicians and mainly the campaign manager of timwalz that I wanted to highlight. So apologies if we shared something that was not the right photo. Holloway 0923 said, we cannot pull out of Minnesota. We cannot capitulate to the mob. If we show them that these tactics work, we will see this in every blue state in America and we will have civil war.
You're right. You're right. Never been to the mob. And I hear you. I totally do. But there's a part of me that's like, you know what? Like, they have no idea that this is just law enforcement. Like, what if they were just overcome with illegals? What if that was the case? Mm-hmm. Then what? They're going to have just crime and just that city will just go straight to hell. This is the thing. They don't understand. It's like they don't understand what they don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me so mad. It's like, what's better? To let them just rot or to go in there and do this and then they get to control the narrative, which we've got to get on the offensive side of the narrative, you know, and we're not right now. We got to do that. We got to take control of that.
Pam Bondi is the worst possible messenger
of
all time.
My God.
Yeah.
We got to get control of this, you guys. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now you.
Marcy Perales, happy Monday, Mock and Daisy. Hope you had a restful weekend. Have a wonderful day. Much love. Thank you, Marcy. Supernova, look up baby AI Ginger Billy. LOL. We'll have to do that. Yeah. Supernova, wedding almost didn't happen. Protesters were out in droves. Church is only a mile away. We got a pic in front of the Leering Center.
Oh my God, best wedding picture ever.
Oh my God, got hammered worse than Clavicular's head. Stuck it in Minneapolis airport right now for 14 hours SOS. Yeah, because and all the weather and everything all over the country. Oh my gosh.
God.
Everybody pray for supernova.
Wow.
Chris Kinsey, R9D. Trump is right about everything. Minneapolis PD is tracking ICE vehicles for the rioters. Organized from within the state government. That's the thing. Like, follow the money. Kind of like we said at the beginning of the show, follow the money and then get the head of the snake. Marcy Perales, Fry and Walz need to be jailed. Yes, they do. I'm so sick of them not being in jail.
Yeah.
They are corrupt and are helping to impede the federal government. Exactly. Judy Flackney, 8285. It won't stop as long as Trump is president. They caused crap all his first term. Now they just lob into a new issue each week. Anything to stop Trump. So true. Live play, read Nikki. They need to say Minneapolis, not Minnesota. Most of us are in the rocks and cows and proud to be red. Walls must go. Yeah, I know. You guys are getting a bad rap, but still.
Yeah.
That state, man. You guys, we got to clean things up. Randy Craig, Bondi to terrorists. Don't.
Right? That's
True,
what it
Randy.
feels like.
Lady Shenandoah, if Pretty had the right to carry, he is responsible for his actions. He knew he had it. He decided to resist ICE, resulting in his demise. Just comply. I carry and I'm responsible for my pew-pew and to my actions. Yeah, most people, responsible gun owners, know not to do what he did.
Yep.
It's just J863. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the cops. To Medium Publishing, the Second Amendment right to bear arms does not apply if you are impeding federal law enforcement. That's a felony, period. Yeah.
Yep.
Supernova, no boxing or biting.
I can't believe we have to say that to
Don't
grown-ass
bite.
adults.
I know, right? You get past this in the toddler stage. J City 10, AG Bondi has done solid work, but this is her redemption song for Epstein. She had better sing, or Harmeet Dillon or Secretary Noem will sing it for her. Yeah, put Harmeet in charge.
Yeah.
Steven's Luck Music Studio. Thank you for that super sticker. And I like your red hat. Bacon Joe. Of course, Minnesota voted for Walter Mondale instead of Reagan because Mondale was from Minnesota.
And they were wrong to do that.
Yeah, they were totally
They were
wrong.
absolutely wrong.
Supernova. My 4th flight out of Minneapolis just got canceled. Possibly get one in 7 hours. Can you pray I can get out of here today? I hate the city and airport. Thank you. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I hate airports. Jessica Maldonado 8331. You've been a voice of reason for a long time, including my time in military uniform. I'm now retired from the Air Force, 39 years young, and you have said all the things I couldn't while still in. Thank you for your service. Oh, Jessica, thank you for yours.
Gosh, yes.
God
thank
bless
you.
you.
For yours.
God bless you. Eclectic Deb, with all the alleged voter fraud, I'm not so sure that New York City or California is actually voting for these commies or commie policies. That's a great point.
That is a great point.
Really great point. Shorty Short 5290. Normal gay here. T stands for trouble. LOL. Go normal gays.
It does stand for trouble. I love that.
Aaron Krieger. Hey, it's Aaron, your friendly neighborhood normal gay. Another normal gay. Bad Bunny and the whole LBGQIA ABC EFG plus movement is embarrassing. Makes me want to go back into the closet. Can't wait to see y'all in April. Take my gay money.
Yay,
we're looking forward to meeting you, Aaron. That's so nice. Reba Henry 6242. Pray for Virginia. Conservatives are doomed in the state because we have the devil herself in charge. Yeah. She cried.
Yeah, that Spanberger chick, man, she is a beast.
She's a demon. Brian Brumley. They knew what to do with women like Possum Liddy back in the day in Salem. I'm just saying. Timothy Allen Bratcher, 1500. I'm a normal gay in the great state of Florida. So tired of all this BS happening in our beautiful country. Love you, chicks. Thank you,
so
Timothy.
Many normal gays. There's
I know.
So many.
You're
I feel so bad
patootie.
for them.
Cutie
Yeah, he
patootie,
is.
Timothy.
Super
Sandy
cute.
Dunning, thank you for that super sticker. Elle Weens, checking in. Donovan and I are fine here in Lewisburg, Tennessee. They are still saying stay off the roads. Driveway and yard are iced in. A lot of tree branches down in my yard. We have power and no house damage.
Oh,
I
thank
have my
goodness.
surgery follow-up today, and I'm going to have my husband drive me in his big old truck because I don't want to drive my car.
Is
So,
it bad? Like, is it icy there?
I mean, well, it's Texas, so they're like, we
Yeah.
salted the roads. Really?
yeah,
I mean, so I just don't. The roads were terrible. Like 35 was terrible yesterday. So I'm really afraid of what we're going to have today. But I'll just make him drive, and we'll see what happens. Aaron Krieger. From now on, please pronounce my last name Krieger. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh my God, we totally will try to remember to do that.
Krieger, I love it.
Krieger. Supernova. Blitzkrieg. She can't say immunoglobulins.
I would love to see her try to say that.
Let's send something to her. Somebody needs to send something to her that says immunoglobulins and see if she can do it.
Tell her that Erica Kirk has them or something.
Yeah, something. We need to make something up about immunoglobulins. Juan Felipe MV. Hi, chicks. I think they should let them riot since we have them all in one place. People also are understanding that this is the governor's mayor's responsibility. See, that's the thing. That's kind of what I meant about letting them implode. Like, let them all just protest against each other. You know what I mean? I don't know. Shorty Short. It's not going to happen, though. Shorty Short 5290. Give Rubio Bondi's job.
I mean, he's not busy, so why not? Somebody just needs to put a blonde wig on him and that meme photo and just be like, Marco knows that he's got to replace Pam Bondi.
Sitting on the couch. That's right. Great to have Shelly Bolt on. Great to have a touchdown with y'all after the weekend of no contact because of the mini snowpocalypse. So excited to meet y'all in April. We're excited to meet you too, Shelly. Love you, chicks. We love you too. You guys were bringing it in. Should we remind people of the email again if you're interested in coming in April? What's the email
if you
again?
Would like tickets. It is chicksontherightrule@gmail.com. Don't be surprised if I ask you some questions. We're going to vet people. I know that sounds weird and like we're being super, but you know, it's just a safety thing. As you can see, I don't want John Balls showing up.
We don't want John Balls there. Yeah. But I mean, we also have security. We have great security people,
we do.
But at the same time, we don't want weirdos. We want all the good people there. So anyhow,
that's right.
You guys have a wonderful Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.